Hello. I don't know how to start these things. If you don't know me, I'm Marianne, and I want to give you one big fact about me. And that one fact about me is that I love playing video games.
Well, they come as if from outer space in a variety of weird guises. Defender, Pac-Man, asteroids. To fans, they represent a challenge. But to critics, as Terry Drinkwater reports, they are a menace.
Come on in. It's almost another world here in the video arcades of America. Pit yourself against the computer. Millions, mostly teenagers, have. So many, in fact, that psychologists are beginning to worry that some youths are becoming spaced out on the space games. Can lead to extreme introversion. Youngsters communicating in a video fantasy land and not with their peers.
The first console that I had was a DS Lite, and I begged my mother for it for months, again and again. And honestly, I picked up that Nintendo device and I never put it down. You can usually see me in my beanbag chair, all nestled, playing them.
I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best.
According to Oxford Dictionary, esports are basically a multiplayer competitive game which is played by usually high-level skilled players for people's entertainment. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. In 2022, it is projected that esports made $1.8 billion US. I have to admit, I was always more of a Nintendo gal. But when my brother went off to university and left behind his beloved PC, I knew this was an opportunity to dive into a whole new level of gaming. So I figure, why not conduct a little experiment? If I really commit, like really commit, just how good of an esports player can I become in the next 2 weeks? First step, if I'm gonna get good at esports, I have to choose a game to zero in on. And the winner is Rocket League. So, what is Rocket League anyways? It's a game that released in 2015. In this game, you are playing soccer, but you're not playing soccer as a human being. You're playing soccer as like a RC car, remote control car. People love watching it and people love playing it. And plus, I could play it for the low cost of $0. I know that becoming a professional at anything takes a lot more time than 2 weeks, but I know that I can progress very quickly if I have a lot of help. And who better to help than video game mastermind, Dr. Chris Alexander.
So I guess what got me into esports, probably my older brother.
Okay.
So I guess when I was around 8, we used to go on vacation to this place where there was an arcade. And he was playing Street Fighter. And then I just became obsessed. I loved the imagination. I loved the fireballs, the wonder, the wizardry. And I just kept on playing consistently for years.
Like, how good did you get at Street Fighter then?
So one day I was playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition on the PlayStation Network. One human kept on challenging me for 3 hours. 3 hours just playing against me, and I was doing fairly well against him. And at the end of the 3 hours, he sent me a direct message that said, hey, how am I higher ranked than you, and I can't take a game off of you? I messaged back, I said, there's rankings for this game? And I went and I checked, and I was number 17th in the world, playing against the number 8. But I didn't know, I just enjoyed the game.
So wait. You're telling me that you just accidentally found out that you were number 17 in the world in a game that millions of people play. How many hours were you putting into it?
So in those days when I wasn't working, I was playing between 12 to 14 hours a day. Before anybody goes anywhere, there are some studies, a 2017 study that will show you that some kids, when playing video games for 3 hours a day, show improvement in cognitive and motor skills.
How do you feel about the change and evolution of esports?
I'm super excited about where esports are going, particularly because of the respect that's being afforded to high-level and high-skilled players. That's kind of what warms my heart, because I came from a time where there was like, and there still are to a certain degree, stigmas behind video game play. The amount of attention, reaction time, focus. First you love it, and then you live it.
What do you think the future of esports is?
So what I hope for the future of esports is that it remains connected to community. That's how it's going to thrive. That's how it's going to continue to be alive. The community knows the game, they know the plays, they know the tactics, and that's video games. Video games is a community sport.
As Vin Diesel will say, I don't turn back on family.
I never heard that quote.
I'm trying to become the best Rocket League player that I can in 2 weeks.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So just started my journey.
Soccer with cars, what can go wrong?
A lot can go wrong. It's like not being able to steer the car is what I'm learning, right? As Dr. Chris said, it's time to lock down my community.
You don't turn your back on family.
So I made my way to Toronto Metropolitan University's gaming hub to meet up with their official Rocket League team. Meet Coach Liam. He's been playing Rocket League since the game was released 7 years ago, and he's clocked thousands of hours of experience.
Learning curve. There's not many other games that are like Rocket League. Nothing really combines the competitive aspect of a sport like soccer with those driving mechanics as Rocket League does.
You always think that you're going to be the chosen one, you know? You're going to wake up one day and be like, I'm going to be just the same as someone who has literally infinite amount of hours as me.
You learn how all these different interactions happen within the game. And you adapt, and your muscle memory builds from that. Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
That's the flip I was talking about.
The opposite way, though.
Yeah. I think you got to hit your jump button quicker, and then you'll do it, yeah.
Coach Liam had me work on some training packs, and guys, I was starting off really strong.
Yeah, so it's it turns out that you're way better at this game than most starters are. But just based on your progression, I think we can continue and go to the higher levels a little bit later.
Until he had me play a few matches against, well, meet Aiden and Brayden, two of TMU's official Rocket League teammates, who absolutely crushed me.
See, that's he made you score on your own net.
Oh no. Not so bad for the first time play. But there was a lot of work to be done. I know those ones. And how many hours do you think I should get in?
Over 2 weeks, I'd say, 40, 45.
According to Coach Liam, 45 whole hours of work. 45 hours, okay.
Yeah. The elbows,
Yeah, you know the secret. So that's what I did. I rallied up some friends and practiced.
An assist, Marianne. You got an assist? Let me see this.
And practiced. And practiced. Okay, so I hit a wall.
That's the quality sport.
Marianne, what's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You got this, okay? Positive mental attitude. You had 3 shots that one game. You'll get one, okay?
Listen, it's quick play. Keep trying stuff. If it doesn't come off, it's quick play.
Something just wasn't working. I was playing, but I wasn't getting any better. So I called up Dr. Caitlin McGee, who specializes in physical therapy for competitive gaming teams.
I've been gaming for quite some time. I did in-game statistics for a game called Dota 2 for a while.
Kate gave me some really great tips on how to maximize my training potential.
Getting enough sleep, getting good nutrition, getting enough exercise. And all of those things do help reduce injury risk, but they also help you perform better.
Why is that important when I'm in my journey?
So all of those things really affect how your brain functions, how fast it functions, how efficiently it functions, because cognitive work, brain work, is still work. It's still tiring to your body. It still requires energy.
Turns out this wasn't just a mental game, but a physical one too.
So we know that foods like walnuts, foods like fish, which contain omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, are all really good for you. They really help protect your brain. Sleep is probably the most impactful thing you can do to make your brain function better. We all do like to play video games. That's why we play them in the first place. And it's really easy to get sucked into this. I'm just gonna grind. I'm gonna keep playing as long as I possibly can, and that's gonna make me better. Practicing as long as you possibly can actually isn't the most efficient way to get better. It's a lot more efficient to set goals and have goals for each chunk of practice time that you're doing.
All right, it was time to start focusing on optimizing my training. I decided to buckle down with goal setting, ample sleep, and maybe eating some salmon. Okay, most of the time I had chicken wings, but they both have protein. That's gotta count for something, right? Just like that, the 2 weeks were up. I managed to get in 15 hours? Not the 45 we were looking for, but I swear I tried. And I really mean that. Turns out hours and hours of video game training is not as simple as it sounds. It takes hard work and a level of passion that I wasn't prepared for. Either way, it was time to return to TMU. This was it. The final test to see just how good of an esports player 14 days could make you.
Hi, it's me. Love to play some Rocket League. Yeah. Got Sean next to me on my right. I got Aiden as my coach. Got Julian on my left. Whew. So I'm really nervous right now, but this is about, 2 or so-ish weeks of work. So I can start easy with just, the regular shot, which I have here.
Oh, right.
And it went missed. But the one thing which I've really gotten good at is I've gotten a little bit better at side hitting it.
Right. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Got the flip going.
I know.
That's pretty good.
I learned through watching other people playing that if you flip and hit it, it hits with more power.
Yeah. So if you hit it a little bit lighter so that it rolls instead of bouncing. Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
The real question was, could I finally beat TMU's official Rocket League teammates?
Oh no!
The answer was no.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yeah. No, that is karma.
But I did score 1 point. That's an improvement, right?
Oh my god! No, we're watching this replay.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Posting in. Hey, it was a good initial save, though. Oh, that's all you. Wait.
Thank you all so much for your time. Thank you. And I'll go back to playing in unranked, right? That's the first rank that we have, unranked? Yeah, so thanks to all of you. And keep on Rocket Leaguing. I'll go grab my jacket.
To be honest, this whole experience made me realize just how much work truly goes into being a professional esports player. We're talking hours and hours and hours of practice. It reminded me of something Dr. Chris said. You have to live it. Did I want to play to be the best or just to have some fun? I think I got my answer. So, what I've learned in these past 2 weeks is that you cannot become a really good Rocket League player in 2 weeks. But I kind of expected that when I figured out people were having the thousands and thousands of hours and I was in the tens of tens. But I did realize that the way that I went about practicing to become a better Rocket League player really changed the way that I had to play it. When I was going and playing with friends who were encouraging me, I felt much more willing and excited to play than rather playing by myself just doing the practice coaching.
Do you think you'd ever play Rocket League again?
I don't think I'm gonna touch Rocket League for a long time. Tears of the Kingdom for Legend of Zelda's releasing pretty soon. I'm excited for that one. I also have to play Persona 5. That's on my to-play list. I recently finished Pokemon, finished the Pokedex. That's nice too.